Hey guys, Brady here, and I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Um, I wanted to start off with the negatives and then work my way into the positives. The soundtrack was very disappointing. Like, I don't see myself listening to 85 90% of the songs that are on that were in the movie. They were just very songs. Um, like I don't know. They weren't good. They had like a couple like two or three great songs in the movie. The rest were all terrible. Um, the weakest links in this movie are definitely Nebula and Nebula looks like a walking, breathing moonlight poster. So interpret that any way you want. And um, Mantis was also kind of an character. Her introduction was pretty funny, but after that, the scene you saw in the trailer where Dry's like, ah ha ha, she told everyone your deepest darkest secrets. Yeah, that's her opening. That's her introduction. After that, she just gets kind of annoying. But anyway, so those were my negatives. Those were my negatives. Although the movie takes dips a few times into what's going on. I want to get back to more of this kind of territory. But anyway, so let's just get on to the positives. Kurt Russell in this movie was good. I like Kurt Russell. And Practical Jokers is funny. Yeah, I thought Kurt Russell was really good in this movie. He was a great addition to the series. Um, I thought his performance was a little better in The Fate of the Furious and A Hateful Eight, I guess. Um, I don't know. He was he started off good, and then he was just like, this character. But majority of the movie is really good, and then like towards the end, it just goes, eh. But yeah, um, I guess I have a few more negatives. Gamora was kind of bitchy in this movie. Like every line is just her yelling at Nebula or her yelling at what's it called? Um, Star Lord, Peter Quill, and then there's a lot of jokes in this movie, and not as much as people said as I expected it to be, because everybody's like, "Oh, this movie's a joke fest." There was quite a few times where I wasn't laughing. I was just admiring the effects in this movie, and it's amazing how Disney has all this money to make the CGI and everything in this movie look so fucking realistic. It's so cool. I love the effects in this movie. I love the effects in all the Marvel movies. They're like top notch. Of course, I could say that about other Disney movies like Maleficent, where the CGI was complete shit. But whatever. But yeah. Those of you who, well, it's not really a spoiler because he's on the fucking poster. What his name is at least. Sylvester Stallone is in this movie. Um, yeah, that's it. Sylvester Stallone's in this movie. Um, and so is Michael Rooker. And Michael Rooker and Sylvester Stallone both starred together in Cliffhanger back in '93. So that was what, 24 years ago? Yeah, 24 years ago. Um, it was nice to see them reunite together on screen, side by side, talking to each other. Um, I don't know. I wouldn't say this is one of Marvel's worst movies, but it's not one of their best movies either. It's like in the middle. Like, I think it's just a little bit better than Doctor Strange, but not as good as like. I mean, it's way better than the Age of Ultron. I can tell you that. But it's not as good as like Ant-Man or Iron Man 3, Civil War, Winter Soldier. This would probably be right below Ant-Man, but right above Doctor Strange. If I had to rank them, this would be probably in my top. I don't know, but yeah, this one was it's kind of a mixed bag. There's a lot to love in this movie, and then there's some things that aren't that some things to hate in this movie, I guess. But I'm not saying it's a terrible movie. You'll have tons of fun. One thing I gotta admire about the Marvel movies is that I don't get it. How do they have the effects to make? Sorry, I keep getting text on the screen. To make like actors look younger than they are. Like they did it with an Ant-Man where they had a very young looking Michael Douglas. They did it again in Captain America Civil War where they had a very young looking Robert Downey Jr. from 1985 when he did Weird Science. That's what he looked like. And then now in this movie, opening scene is a very young looking Kurt Russell. How do they do that? It's cool how they make people look younger. It's I don't know what kind of effect it is, but it's a mind fuck, I guess. But anyway, so I'm gonna give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's like I said, I mean, I know I've given like Doctor Strange a little bit higher than this movie, but like I said, my rating doesn't really. I shouldn't say it doesn't really count, but there's some movies where I give a specific rating to, but sometimes I like another movie more. Like sometimes I like a movie that I gave like 3.5 stars more than I gave a movie 4 stars. It's like, and it doesn't mean the movie's good or bad. It's just like rewatchability, I guess it is. So yeah, I give this movie 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely not a good way to kick off 2017's superhero. Actually, no. Logan was to kick off for superhero movies. But I guess summer? I don't know. I wanted to like this movie. I did. I mean, I wanted to love this movie, but I liked it. I'll definitely see it again, but I'm not I'm not in a rush to go see it in theaters again. But I'll definitely buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out in like November. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely go see it this week, and you may have a different opinion. Baby Groot. I forgot to talk about Baby Groot. Baby Groot was good in this movie. He had a lot of good moments. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is awesome. He was a bit of a dick in this movie, but he was also a bit of a dick in the first movie. Michael Rooker. I like that they added more backstory to Yondu. Like his whole entire story and all that other stuff was really touching, and they made him likable in this movie, and so yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars.